Hi everybody, so I've decided I would create a new video for all my subscribers. And this video is about a very important principle I call neutral events. This little raven gave me an agreement. So I'm here behind my house with the big view behind me. Neutral events. Let me give you a little test. And you tell me, you sort of pick the answer yourself. Okay, I'm gonna make two statements, brothers and sisters, and you tell me which one is the interpretation. I'm looking at it, let's say I'm looking out of my office and I'm looking at the cars. First statement, wow, there's a lot of traffic out there. Second statement, man, that traffic is really annoying. Now, which one, brothers and sisters, is the interpretation? Just think about that for a minute. First statement, wow, there's a lot of traffic out there. Second statement, man, that traffic is really annoying. Now, like most people who I've asked that question, most retreat people, if you said the second one, man, that traffic is really annoying, you're half right. It's a bit of a trick question. They're both interpretations. What you think is traffic and what I think is traffic could be two different things, especially since I live in Sedona, which there isn't a lot of cars. Now, what's actually happening in that moment, guys, is that there are 6 cars going by. That can't be interpreted. That's the neutral event that's going on. And then you have thoughts about that neutral event, which creates how you experience it, or the reality that you have about it. Now let's say if I'm in a really low mood one day and I see those 6 cars together, and I could say, wow, when are these people ever going to leave town? Now if I'm in my natural high mood and really in my mental health, I'll look at those 6 cars and I'll say, wow, isn't it cool that these people get to really enjoy Sedona? Now what's another way of describing what happened there, guys, is that I've had 2 different realities about the same event. Here it is. The secret to life is in what I just said. See, we have neutral events happening around us every second of every day of our life. Now, let me give you an ultimate neutral event, a really extreme one that I think will amplify my point. Now, a lot of you probably know I'm a cancer survivor. Getting cancer is a neutral event. It sounds pretty wild, right? You see, I have thoughts about the event of getting cancer, and then that's how I experience it. Now let's say if I'm in a really low mood when I had cancer, you know, I'll feel really sorry for myself, or I'll feel like a victim, or I've done something wrong. Or if I'm in a really high mood, I might have the experience of having cancer, or the reality of having cancer as an opportunity, as a gift, that my body is trying to tell me something. I know a lot of you are hip to that idea. This is certainly the mind-body connection. Now, when I work with a lot of cancer survivors and patients, and of course my first stop is always to try to encourage them to see the gift in it, to experience it that way, because that will aid in the healing. And that's a whole other long story about how fear grows tumors. Now, let's say your partner does something says something that's sort of negative. Now, we talked about this before. Whatever that partner said to you that was negative is actually a neutral event, and you have thoughts about it, and then that's how you experience their negativity. Now, like if you drop into a low mood, of course, you're going to experience it as somebody attacking you, trying to make you wrong, etc., and then probably react yourself. But let's say that you're in a high mood, or you're in your mental health that day. You will experience that neutral event of your partner saying those things as maybe with compassion and understanding and acceptance, because you know where they came from. The secret to life, guys, is in the principle of neutral events. Now, let's go even deeper with it. Let's say that you get frustrated one day, or you get angry one day. That anger that you're experiencing is actually a neutral event also. So sometimes what gets us in trouble is the thoughts and the feelings that we have about our feelings. We're having a feeling of anger, and then what we do is we tend to do is to judge that we're feeling angry. What's wrong with me? Why am I still feeling this way? Why do I still react this way? Why is this making me so angry? You know, etc. Or we could just be kind to ourselves about it. See, we could experience the event, the neutral event of anger, any way we want. If we sort of just let it pass by and don't make a big deal of it, it would probably dissipate very quickly. If we sort of have an understanding that that anger is telling us that our thoughts, which are laminated to it, brothers and sisters, have dropped. And probably the best strategy in that moment is to go take a nap. Because as one of my colleagues says, Mavis, that when we're angry, we're dumb. And the next best thing to do is to take a nap. And then when we wake up, our innate mental health is flowed back up again. When the great mystics and sages talk about the grand illusion, this is what they're referring to. Is if we can have multiple realities about the same event, then the next question certainly is, which one is true, right? We get to experience life any way we want, moment to moment, through our thinking. Our thinking creates our feelings, and then our feelings create our behavior. The Divine Trinity, right? Thought, feeling, behavior. We've all had that experience where something bad has happened to us, and then a day later we have a whole nother set of feelings about it. Why is that? It's because our thinking has changed. The event has not changed, only the way we see it. And what happens is that our natural mental health, our natural spiritual intelligence, our natural wisdom, which is our default setting, always flows back up to the surface if given enough time. This is really a principle, much like gravity, brothers and sisters. And I think the more that you kind of contemplate this and really, you're looking for a fractional insight about this, and then suddenly you'll see it a little bit deeper, and you'll stop taking the world around you so personally. Okay? What more could we ask? So I hope this is helpful, everybody, and I wish you all a very, very wonderful weekend. We're out here behind my house. Did I mention that? Some beautiful deer showed up here the other day. I just had my house cleared by somebody who really specializes in that, even though I do that work. And the next day, these beautiful deer showed up. They were like, I would call them angel deer. They were very pristine. I'm going to try to attach the deer video at the back of this. So hopefully, I'm not sure yet, but if you see it there, you see it there. And if you don't, I'll work on it and get it so that you can all see it. It was very special and very magical. So I hope to see you all out here in the Magic Kingdom sometime soon. I'm sure you're all aware of my online programs, and if any of you, the Spiritual Warrior Program, the Shamanic Training Program, the Sedona Vortex video series, and any of you have any interest, don't hesitate to email me or call me. Okay. Aho, aho, my friends. Good journey.